Fly away. What's going on, everybody? King of Dragons 5000 here, coming at you with another figure review. Today we'll be having a look at the Bandai SH Figuarts Dragon Ball Z Super Saiyan Vegeta. Now, I really don't want to say that this is Super Saiyan Vegeta. It looks more like Super Vegeta, and I'll get more into that when we actually have a look at the figure. But we do have him in the new style packaging, although I don't think it's technically new per se anymore. But we do have a look at the figure right here. It does say his name here. Images of the figure. And then we get continued images of Vegeta right here on the side. On the back, Super Saiyan Vegeta just shows more images of him. You can see him setting up the final flash, what he looks like with Trunks, and then just some posing options that you get with the figure. So really glad I have this guy. What I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed and out of the packaging, and then we'll go on to the rest of the review. So sit tight, everyone. And so here we have Super Saiyan Vegeta posing out of the packaging. Before we get on to the figure, let's actually have a nice 360 of him. Gonna say there's a lot of things that Bandai did better with this figure, and there's a few things that they took a step back, and I'll get more into that when I show off his articulation. Right off the bat, I'm gonna point out that I think one of his legs is longer than the other. That, or I'm just posing him wrong, but you can see he's always leaning over to the left side, and I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but it looks like his right leg is longer than his left leg. Like, I don't know if I'm imagining that, or like, I can't be imagining it because I can't seem to get him to stand straight unless I move this leg out a little. So it's probably a universal thing, or it might just be on mine. I am not sure yet. But yeah, his left leg does seem to be shorter than his right leg, so a little disappointing in that, but nothing I can do about that because it is problems with the figure, not, you know, something that's in my control. So what I'm going to do now is show off some of the accessories he comes with, and we'll do his faceplates first. Vegeta does come with a total of 4 faceplates. I know I just did the 4, but you can't really see. We do get the one that comes right out of it with the packaging, which is just the straight face with no expression. Then we also do get this face, which I'm probably going to have mine displayed with. It's kind of smirk saying, "Who am I? I'm Super Vegeta." Then we do get this yelling face, which is another display option for a Super Vegeta. You can see that he also does have a vein right there. And then the final face we get, it's essentially the exact same face, but this time the eyes are off to the side, so I don't know what you can actually pose that with, but for my display, I don't know. Between these 3 faces, I'm going to have to decide which one I want to have Vegeta with most. And to pop his head off, it is a little difficult because his hair is so spiky, but you just pull it off, choose the head that you're going to use. We have 2 pegs there and a tab there, 2 pegs and that slot that we just push together. And now we have the new faceplate on Vegeta, so really glad about that. So let's actually move on to his next accessory, which are his hands. Vegeta does come with a total of 4 sets of hands. We do get the fist hands, which are on him right out of packaging. Let's actually try to find the right hand in all this. We do get this hand, which is like charging or firing a ki blast. Then we also do have this hand, which has his hand fully extended. And then we also do get a style pose hand. So each one of these hands has a left and a right part. And then we also do get this 5th right hand. Now, he only has one of these hands. It's a thumbs up, as you can see. Let me actually try getting that on the figure really fast. Poor Vegeta, he's all in pieces. You can see I haven't even attached his head. Is it on? No. That ball joint's a little tricky, but once you get it on, it's a secure fit. You can see he has a thumbs up. And I'm pretty sure that that's for the for this pose, the one where he's fighting Cell and he says, "Who are you? Who am I? I'm Super Vegeta," and he's kind of posed like that. I'll actually look at the actual image and then we'll probably pose him a little better, but he does come with one thumbs up right hand and then 4 sets of hands with the open hand, the closed fist, the style pose hand, and then the final flash charging hand. So that's really nice. So let's actually move on to Super Vegeta's final accessory when the camera can focus properly. We'll move on to his final accessory. And the final accessory that Vegeta comes with is an accessory I've been saying they need to give Vegeta. They need to give Vegeta this. Vegeta needs this. Cross arms. Finally we get cross arms on a Vegeta figure, which I'm really excited about. And it works the exact same way as a Trunks figure. You're going to take both of his arms off from the bicep down. It is a little difficult getting them off at first. But once you get his arms off, make sure that they're facing the right way. You're going to want to peg his arm on, which is a little easier said than done. Okay, so the pegs are right there, and you just peg it on, which is a little difficult on mine. I don't know why. Okay, it's not on right, but you can get the idea. You just tab his... Man, that arm does not want to tab in. You just tab it in, and then make sure the arms are aligned. I don't know why I'm struggling with this. It's not as hard as I'm making it out to be. And then we get something like this. So we finally get cross-arm Vegeta, which I am really happy about. I don't know why it took so long to get a Super Saiyan Vegeta with cross arms, but we finally do, and I'm glad we have it. So let's actually take the arms off, and then we'll move on to the figure's actual details. So now that Vegeta is all put together, let's actually go on to some of his detail. I'm going to say Figuarts is getting better and better at making the Dragon Ball faces, because the more figures they make, the better they look. You can actually see that this Vegeta looks like he came right out of the anime. Those eyes are just perfect. If there's one thing I could say they could do better, it's the eyebrows. Like maybe give them that same outline that they gave the eyes. But still, huge improvement over the sculpted eyes that they originally went with. Now, I do think that this is supposed to be Super Vegeta because the hair is actually really billowed out, and it's not supposed to be that way on regular Super Saiyan Vegeta. And we move on to his armor, which is a standard armor that we've seen Vegeta in, so it's nothing too special. But you can see, just like Trunks, it is articulated right here in the abs. And then he is wearing his blue jumpsuit with the white boots, and then we do get sculpted detail on the toes, which on the premium colored Vegeta we saw that those weren't sculpted, they were just painted. So really nice details on Vegeta. Really glad I finally was able to get hold of him. And speaking of Vegeta, let's actually move him to the back really fast so we can bring out the premium edition Vegeta really fast. And here we have the premium colored edition Vegeta with the new Super Vegeta. And you can see what I was talking about, the hair. His is crazier than his. When Vegeta goes into the Ascended Saiyan state, he does have crazier hair. This is more like Super Saiyan and Super Saiyan 2. If there's one thing I do like about this Vegeta more, it's that the colors match the anime better. Like the blue is darker, the tan color here matches the anime better. But overall, I think this Vegeta's a little better than this one, and the articulation on him is, for the most part, better than his, and like I said, I'll go on to that more right now. Moving on to his articulation, he does have a ball hinge head. And ball hinge head, let me actually show you what that is. We have a ball joint right here, and we also do have a hinge. So you can actually turn that hinge to give him better range. So if you want him looking up further or down further, you just turn the hinge so that his head can look up and down. Or you can hinge it to the side to give him that classic avoiding blast all nonchalantly with Dragon Ball Z, but it does allow for some side-to-side movement, up and down, some slight pivot, and that's all on the ball joint here, so really good movement. We also do apparently have a ball joint in the neck, so you can see his neck is moving right here. Nice range of movement on the neck. I think out of all the Dragon Ball figures I have, his neck joint works the best. Arms are on a ball socket, so they do have that movement right here. We also do have a hinge in the arm, swivel at the bicep, double jointed in the elbow. Although not the greatest double joint, but we do get pretty good range. His hand is on that same ball hinge that the neck is on, so if you want to have his, give him a vertical hinge, you just turn the hand, and now he has a vertical hinge. Or we can turn it to give him an in and out hinge, so pretty good. On top of that, we do get this butterfly joint, which we can pull both the shoulders out, and it still gives him Vegeta much more range on his arms, so that's actually a really good joint. And it's well hidden, you really can't tell it's there until you actually pull it out. We also do get a, I don't think it's a ball hinge, because we do get to hinge here, and then we do get some side-to-side pivot, so that might be a ball hinge. We also do have a ball hinge joint right here that moves back and forward, side to side, as well as some slight side-to-side pivot. And you can see it is a ball joint. Now this is where I think the other Vegeta has it on this one. His legs only go forward to about there. They don't go any further than this. And you can try to force it, but I'm not going to. And back goes about that far back. As far as going out, they go out a decent range. They don't go out the furthest. He does swivel at the thigh. He is double jointed in the knee. No boot swivel, and just like Trunks, the hinge on this is completely wrong, and I don't know why. But we do have a ball joint that moves the foot side to side. And then for some reason it goes back this far, and when we turn it we get a much better hinge. Now I actually checked, and that is a left joint, so it's not like the parts are mismatched, so there's just something wrong with the way they designed this foot. That's all I'm going to say. And we also do get a toe hinge. So overall, good articulation on Vegeta. So what I'm going to do now is take a little break, get him posed for my final thoughts. That will wrap up this review. So sit tight, everyone. So here we have Vegeta posed for my final thoughts. Overall, I really think this figure is a huge improvement over the previous Vegeta that we've had a look at. The only problems I have with it specifically are this joint right here and this arm. This arm was a little tricky to get it in, so maybe taking a little bit of heat to it will make this joint stick a little better. And in this problematic area, it doesn't look as clean as the other one. If they can figure out how to do the pelvic region better, I say go for it, because each Dragon Ball figure has been an improvement from the last, and this Vegeta is probably the best Vegeta we have ever gotten from SH Figuarts. The face is just almost perfectly from the anime, so there's really not much you can say about that, because the face is so good. The hair looks nice, the paint applications are all good. Come to think of it, I really didn't see any errors on mine. So that's a really good job on Bandai's part, giving us this really nice figure. Now I picked my Vegeta up for $60 on Big Bad Toy Store. That's about what you're going to be paying per figure from Big Bad, especially import figures. With tax, if you can find them locally, it might come out to $55, but you really had to find specialty stores that sell these guys, and it's just easier getting them off Big Bad in my opinion. But if you can get this Vegeta, definitely add him to your collection. He is a big improvement over the previous armored Vegeta that we had. His articulation's better. Like I said, if they can just fix this area of the figure, it would be that much better. But with that being said, until next time guys, don't forget to like this video, leave a comment, subscribe to my channel, go ahead and check out all my other Dragon Ball Z figures, all my import figures, as well as all my domestic figures. As always, if there's a figure you guys would like to see me review, go ahead and let me know down in the comments, and if it fits in my collection, I'll go ahead and have a look at it. And with that being said guys, I'm KingofDragons 5000 saying take care, and I'll see you guys later. My dreams are not made.
never come against me.